Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you call it fate. This is a quote by Carl Jung. And what he's talking about is that until you make whatever is unknown to be known, you just assume that it's fate and you have no control over it, which is not true. An example is um, my screen time. So, screen time is basically the amount of time you spend using your phone. And the thing is that if you don't know how much time you're spending on your phone, you won't know the amount of free time you actually have. You won't know the amount of time you're actually wasting. So what you can do is that instead of just assuming that most of the time is used productively and you won't even check, actually check your screen time, because there was a time where I checked my screen time and most of the time that was spent on my phone was just spent on WhatsApp. And from there, I was able to know that okay, WhatsApp is actually taking much of my time. I was spending most of my time on WhatsApp and YouTube, and then from just knowing that okay, WhatsApp and YouTube is actually taking more of my time, I started to allocate more of my time doing something productive. So I started to restrict. There's this setting on my phone where you can actually restrict an app. Like you just set the amount of time that you can use that app a day. Maybe like if you want to just use your WhatsApp or YouTube for 1 hour a day, you can set it like that, and then whenever it reaches 1 hour mark, it will just shut down. Like the app will just shut down. You can't use it again except you go to the settings and go and reset it. So what that actually does now is that since I know that this app is actually restricting my time, I then limit it to a certain amount of time per day, and then which now like brings to my awareness that makes it known that okay, I've used this app to its limits. I'm now supposed to actually use the many of my time to do something productive, that kind of thing. So that's what basically Carl Jung is saying in that quote, where before you can actually improve something, you have to measure it. Before you can improve your sleep, you have to measure it. Before you can improve the amount of free time you have to actually measure how much free time you actually have. Before you can improve the quality of food you're eating, you have to measure how much do you actually eat quality food. Like, do you eat is it just junk food you eat, or is it you actually eat enough healthy food, stuff like that. So that is something that I just want to let you know, like whatever is in your life that you feel like you have a problem with it, be it sleep, be it your weight, be it bad habits or whatever, you have to actually measure it and know which amount of time or what the current value is before you can actually prove it. Before you can improve something, you have to actually measure it. Before you can deal with something, you have to make it conscious. Like if you don't know about something, which is if it's just unconscious, you won't be able to solve it, which is you won't be able to make it conscious to know about it. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Like, let me read that quote again. Until you make the unconscious conscious, which is until you make the unknown known, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. So whatever you feel like you have no control over, that's a lie. You actually have 100% control over it. You can actually, the amount of things, the amount of hours you use in a day, you can actually control how much time is your free time, how much time is your busy time, how much time is your work time, your time used to eat or used to sleep. You have 100% control over that. So that's just what I want to let you in on, that whatever it is you feel you do not have control over, you actually do. You just like trying to rationalize in your head that, oh, I can't do anything about it, and just like play the victim. You are not the victim. Well, you are the victim, but you have control over it. There's no other person that is the bad person. You're the bad person and you're also the victim. If you play the victim, you'll be the victim. If you play the bad guy, you'll be the bad guy. If you play the controller, you'll be what am I even saying? I'm saying nonsense now. Basically, you can take control over your life by just measuring out, or actually going to find out what the problem is, or what the value of something that you want to change is. I don't know if that's making any sense. All right, the top link in my description is my WhatsApp, in case you want to reach out to me to ask me about certain questions, or you just want advice, or you just want, maybe there's a problem you have and you just want, maybe you feel like I can help you solve it from the videos you see me produce. If you hit me up, we'll just set up like a video call, voice call, or chat, or whatever you feel comfortable with, and we'll just like try and iron out the problem and help you find a solution. All right, until next time.